Hello everyone, thank you for coming. This is my presentation for PCM 340 on technology and communication. Communication is one of the most important skills to have in a business setting. When mixed with technology, it is even more important to know how to communicate, especially with today's generation. There are so many different modes of communication: social media, email, live chats, on a website, etc. And it is critical to know how to properly communicate within these communication platforms. So within the use of technology and communication, it's a major part of our lives now, and it is important to know how to communicate properly using technology. I have had customers communicating with me to purchase high-end data center configurations, even from their smartphones. So it's really important to know how to use this technology in order to communicate properly with them. 10 years ago, this was all done over phone and paperwork had to be filed within my business. So technology has changed the way that we interact with others, both positively and negatively. It's great to be able to close a sale in 10 minutes just by chatting with a customer on our website about what they need. But also at the same time, I don't really get to learn a whole lot about their business. So that's kind of one of the downsides of it, because that's what makes sales so much fun. I really love learning about each business, and each interaction with a customer is completely different. So that's what makes it exciting and fresh each time I talk to a customer. Whenever I have an in-depth conversation with a customer, I'll reach out to them on social media, on a platform such as LinkedIn. Platforms like LinkedIn have become the most widely used platform for businesses to market and advertise their products. So you can speak with other businesses on this platform that are in the same fields. You can connect with them, apply for jobs, find customers on this platform simply by using effective marketing skills. Creating business pages on these sites is a great way for businesses to interact with their customers. Just yesterday, there was a major outage with Amazon Web Services. Is anybody familiar with that? I know you are. Yeah, so they went down for a few hours, and it put a lot of companies out, such as Netflix, HubSpot, HBO Go, and people were in a panic. So I used that to my advantage to go out, reach out on social media, talk to different customers that were complaining about it, and I ended up closing a sale off of it at the end of the month, and it was really beneficial. So creating business pages on sites like these are really important in terms of reaching out to customers and interacting with them outside of the website or a call or anything like that. It really shows that you're putting in the effort to reach out to these people. It's all about using these technologies to your advantage. So it can be extremely useful and add a lot to your role in the business. Another technology platform that's used a lot in sales is called WebEx. WebEx is a video conferencing platform, so you can use it to communicate with other businesses. It's kind of like Skype, except you can screen share at the same time. So if let's say you're going through a presentation, they can follow through it with you by watching what you're doing on your computer screen. And if you need to go and pick out something on the website to show them, you can do that as well. So it allows you to invite parties and communicate with them like that. Let's see. So if a customer has any questions, I'm able to point those out and kind of follow along with them face to face. So with being in a technology field, especially with a data center web hosting company, I'm never meeting customers face to face. Talking to people from all over the world, across the country. So the only time that I would ever really be able to meet with these customers face to face is if they were in Michigan or surrounding states and willing to drive out for a conference. So I've had customers visit the data center, and it's great to give them a tour and everything, and it really helps to be able to sit down with them in a conference room and really go over everything, but that's not usually the case. So social networking can be both a blessing and a curse in today's world. Like I said, with Amazon Web Services, that was a total nightmare for them. So it was a curse for them, but it was a blessing for us because we were able to take that to our advantage and close some sales out of that. So marketing your business on platforms like Facebook and Instagram, probably not the best way to go about it, just because they're more unprofessional and things like that. So I would suggest using LinkedIn or Twitter, since they have more business-oriented platforms and tools that allow you to use these in your business to your advantage. I see customers and business partners constantly posting and sharing new technologies on LinkedIn in related fields to where I work, and it's really cool to see people getting interested in these products and reaching out to us and liking and posting and all sorts of things like that. So you can find a lot of great articles on LinkedIn about the field that you're in. It doesn't really matter what field you're in, there's going to be something out there on that. Emailing. People didn't really think too much about it in the past, and now it's become the most widespread use of communication. So it's really used by almost everyone. I don't know anybody that doesn't have at least one email address. We have business emails, personal emails, professional emails, etc. I myself have 3 email addresses, one for work, school, and personal use. So knowing how to effectively send an email to a client is very important. You want to make sure that it's professional and thought out. This is because it can be difficult to get a customer on the phone. So if you have their cell number and they have email on their phone, it can also be beneficial, because if they don't have time to answer a phone call, or they really just aren't in a position to answer a phone call, they can quick reply in an email and get you the information that you need. So this can be really effective, and I've been able to order products for customers just from confirmation in an email that they're allowing me to adjust something on their account. So this allows people to respond on their own time and gives them time to think about what they want to say. Given that you have time to develop a thought-out message, it's important to sound professional in your messaging, as well as to keep it relatively short and to the point. People don't want to read lengthy emails, and oftentimes, if they don't read it the first time, they're probably going to forget about it and not even read it at all. One of the most common mistakes people make when sending emails is not to spell check their message. I've received countless emails, and it's clear when a customer is just quickly sending me an email to maybe get me off their back for a day or two or something like that, and they just don't care at all. So it's really evident in that messaging if they don't actually take the time to go through it and make sure that there aren't any errors and it sounds like it's well thought out. So I always make sure and take the time to look over an email at least a couple times before I send it. Email doesn't have the luxury of autocorrect like all of our phones do. So, live chat. This is a system that was integrated with a business's website. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but Amazon has a really good live chat system. So I've had to do a return with Amazon before, and I was able to get a return label in a matter of 10 minutes. So sources say 44% of online customers say that having questions answered by a live person while in the middle of an online purchase is one of the most important features a website can offer. And 38% of respondents say that they have made their purchase due to the chat session itself. I can say with that the numbers are true. Just the other day, I had 5 chats with our customers on our website, 3 of which turned into sales that day. Chat systems offer customers immediate access to help. Wait times are often shorter than they would be if you were to call in and wait on hold or have somebody put mute on the phone. So customers love the fact that at my company, we guarantee that you'll speak with a live person on a phone call or a live chat within 59 seconds. A lot of our competitors, it's minutes on minutes, possibly hours waiting for a response. So let's see. The same source says that 63% were more likely to return to a website that offers live chat. Systems like these also cut down on expenses for the company because the representative is able to multitask and work on multiple things at the same time, maybe ask a question to a manager about something that they might not be sure of, and they don't have to put somebody on hold to do that. So along with the costs of communication, technology has reduced the cost of communicating with customers significantly by doing this. It also gives customers access to many resources when speaking with a business. They are able to browse the website when on the phone with a representative, and I'm able to walk them through that process. This helps sales reps by allowing them to guide the customer through and make sure that everything's good to go before they place the order. So when speaking to a customer in a chat, they often come in just looking for a quote or a price. I've been trained, along with my representatives, my colleagues, to not give that information away right away. And this is one of the downsides of the live chat system, because if you just give them the information that they're looking for right away, they're just going to close it out and go somewhere else and get another bid from another company, and then figure out which one they want to go with based on price alone. So you want to make sure that you're diving into what they do, what their business does, how many clients they do business with, how many visits they might have on their website per day, how many do they do development on their server, or is it just just a landing page for the website, and things like how long they've been in business. Once some of these questions are uncovered, you can start asking how much they spend per month on something like this, and if they're looking to keep that same budget or if they're looking to cut costs. That really allows us to figure out the right solution for them and really give them what they need from us. So if it weren't for the advances in technology that we have today, I wouldn't be working where I am now. I work for a company called Liquid Web, which is a web hosting company here in Lansing, Michigan. Technology advances have made it possible for me to work a sales job where I help businesses every day, making sure that their websites and databases are more stable and reliable. I speak with customers from all over the world with ease because of live chats and emails. I've spoken with customers from foreign countries over the phone, which is not very easy, but still possible. But without the communication advances over the years, I would not be able to work with many of these customers. It is rather incredible that I can speak with a customer in Dubai who speaks little to no English and be able to interpret what they're saying because the system is able to translate from other languages to English based on the native language of the computer that you're working on. Technology plays a huge part in our everyday lives. Smartphones, computers, tablets, etc. It's very important in our generation to know how to use these devices and tools to their full potential. It is rather incredible that I can speak to, well, that is doubled over. So thank you for your time, and that was my presentation on technology and communication.